My beloved wife, I am writing to you in the quiet of the night. The camp is calm now, and the stars above flicker like candles in the dark sky. I wish you could see how beautiful they are tonight. In this silence, I can almost feel you here beside me. I imagine your gentle voice easing my worries, and it brings me comfort. Every day, I carry you in my heart. The distance between us is great, but our love bridges it. I miss waking up next to you and seeing your warm smile first thing in the morning. I miss the way you laugh softly at my jokes, even the silly ones. Those simple moments with you give me strength now when I face the weight of the world on my shoulders. I want to tell you something from deep in my heart. I am both strong and afraid. I know I am seen as a brave man, a soldier leading our country in a difficult time. I do my best to look fearless in front of others, but with you, my love, I can be honest and open about my feelings. In the quiet of the night, I admit that I feel fear, not a fear of fighting or of the enemy, but the fear of failing our people and the fear of losing you. I carry a heavy responsibility, and sometimes I wonder if I am doing the right thing. In those moments of doubt, I think of you. I hear your voice telling me to believe in myself. You have always believed in me, even when I was just a young officer with big dreams. Your faith in me gives me courage when I have none left. You remember when we were young, how we would sit under the old mango tree and talk about the future. Back then, I promised you I would build a better life for us and for our country. We must dare to create our own future, I told you once, inspired by the words of Thomas Sankara, the hero of our land. I didn't know then how hard that road would be, but here I am now, trying to keep that promise. Every decision I make as a leader, I make with the hope that it will lead to a more just and peaceful future for our people. It is not easy, and sometimes I am not sure if I chose this path or if it chose me. Either way, I feel destiny has placed me here, and I must try to do what is right. My love, there are nights when I cannot sleep. On those nights I think of the love and the duty that fill my life. The love is for you, and the duty is to our country. These two things are deeply connected in my heart. I fight for our country because I want to protect the people we care about and the land we call home. I fight so that you, our family, and all our brothers and sisters in this country can live in peace and dignity. Our homeland has suffered for so long. I have seen mothers who cannot feed their children and fathers who cannot protect their families from harm. I have seen villages emptied by war and young people with eyes full of despair. I cannot stand aside and do nothing. If I am in a position to help change this, then I must act. You know this feeling because you share it with me. We have often talked about how things must change, how we cannot accept living under fear and oppression. Now I have a chance to do something about it. I only hope I am strong enough. Sometimes I wonder if I should have been just a simple man, living a quiet life by your side. I wonder if it was fair to you that I took on this role that keeps me away from you, that puts both of us in danger. You did not marry a president or a revolutionary. You married the man you loved, the man who loved to tease you and help you cook dinner and dream about raising our children in a free country. I am still that man in my heart, but history has pulled me onto a different path. I want to apologize to you, my love, for all the lonely nights my duty has caused you. I know that you worry about me. I know that you carry a burden too, each time you see the news or hear a rumor, wondering if I am safe. I am sorry that our life together has had to endure these challenges, but I also know that you are a strong woman. Your strength humbles me. In you, I see the kind of courage that does not carry a gun or wear a uniform, but it is still courage, the courage to endure, to be patient, and to keep faith. Thomas Sankara, who fought for our people, once said that women hold up the other half of the sky. I understand those words better now. Without you holding up my sky, I would fall back down to earth. When I think about the path we are on, I remember the giants of history who walked a similar road. I have often spoken to you about my heroes, those leaders who fought for their people's freedom. One of them is Patrice Lumumba from the Congo. He was a man who gave everything for his country's independence. In the end, he was taken from his wife, his family, and his people because he dared to dream of a truly free Africa. Before he died, Lumumba wrote a letter to his own wife. In it, he said that the only thing he wanted for his country was the right to live with dignity and freedom. He told her he would rather die with his head held high than live as a slave under foreign rule. He said he preferred to die standing proud, with faith in the future of his country, rather than to live in humiliation. Those words echo in my mind on my hardest days. Like Lumumba, I want our people to hold their heads high. I want a Burkina Faso where every child can grow up unafraid and with hope. Lumumba's courage in the face of death gives me strength. It reminds me that some causes are worth any risk, even if the cost is one's own life. Another hero who guides me is Thomas Sankara, the great son of our own soil. You know how much Sankara's legacy means to our nation and to me personally. He transformed our country with bold ideas and stood up against those who sought to control us. Sankara once said that revolutionaries can be killed, but their ideas cannot be killed. When I first heard that quote, I was a boy. I did not fully understand it then. Now I understand it deeply. Sankara himself was killed, yet his dream did not die. It lives on in the hearts of millions, in the hearts of people like me and you. When I feel the danger around me, when I know that there are those who might wish me harm because I refuse to let others exploit our country, I remember Sankara's words. I know that even if something happens to me, our ideals will continue. You cannot kill an idea whose time has come. The idea of a proud, independent Africa is alive and growing, no matter what happens to any one person. This thought gives me a strange peace. It makes me less afraid of what might happen to me because I believe our cause is bigger than one man. But still, I think of you and I worry. I have no wish to lose my life for this cause if it can be helped. I do not want to become a hero in death. I want to live to see our mission succeed, to come home to you, and to watch our dreams come true. I want to grow old with you in a country that is truly free and at peace. My love, do you remember the quote I shared with you from Che Guevara? He said that the true revolutionary is guided by a great feeling of love. When I first read those words, I was surprised. Che Guevara was a man who fought in wars and believed in armed struggle, yet he spoke of love as the guiding force. Now I understand what he meant. It may sound strange, but it is love that gives me the strength to fight. It is my love for our people, for justice, and most of all, my love for you that guides me. I am not fighting out of hate for our enemies or hate for those who oppressed us. I am fighting out of love, love for freedom, love for our homeland, and love for the future I want us to have. When I see injustice, my heart aches and I feel driven to act because I cannot accept that pain for others. Che Guevara said that if you tremble with anger at every injustice, then you are a comrade of his. In my case, I tremble not only with anger, but also with hope and love. I dream of a world where no man, woman, or child has to live in fear or kneel before another. And I want to help build that world so that one day I can sit with you under that mango tree again, in peace, knowing we played a part in making life better for others. History is not kind to dreamers, my dear. I know this. Many who dream of a new world do not live to see it. We have seen this in our own history. Thomas Sankara was killed for daring to dream. Patrice Lumumba was killed for daring to speak of true independence. So many others across Africa and the world have paid the ultimate price. Sometimes I ask myself, will I be different? Will I live to see the success of what we are fighting for? I cannot know the answer. Honestly, it scares me to think that I might not. I want to be there with you for years to come. I want to see the smile on your face when we finally celebrate our victories. I want to hold our children in my arms one day, if we are blessed with any, and tell them the story of how their mother and father did everything they could so that those children could grow up proud and free. I pray that I will have that chance. Even though the future is uncertain, I do not lose hope. I think of Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison and yet never gave up on his dream of freedom. When he was finally free, he forgave his enemies and led his nation to a new beginning. Mandela once said that courage is not the absence of fear, but overcoming it. I carry these words with me. I have fears. I fear the traps laid by those who want to see me fail. I fear for the safety of our people during these troubled times, and I fear the pain you would feel if anything happened to me. But I do not let these fears stop me. Instead, I face them and move forward. That is what courage means to me now. It means doing what must be done, even when you are afraid. And I can be brave because I know what I am fighting for. I know why it matters, and I know that you are with me in spirit every step of the way. You have always been my partner in all things. Even though you are not on the battlefield or in the meetings with me, I feel your presence in all my decisions. When I am faced with a hard choice, I imagine what you might say, the wisdom and compassion you always carry. Often, that thought alone guides me to the right path. In a way, you are fighting this fight with me, silently and with grace. I know it is not easy for you. You have your own battles, dealing with gossip, living in the public eye, and enduring the long days of waiting and worrying. But you handle it with dignity. I want you to know that your role, though quiet, is as important as mine. Without the safe place your love gives me to return to, I would be lost. You are the reason I stay humble and grounded. You remind me that, in the end, all the speeches and battles mean nothing if we lose our kindness and our ability to love. I think about the night before I left home to lead this struggle. I was packing my bag, and I turned around to see you watching me with tears in your eyes. You tried to smile, but I could see the fear and pride mixed on your face. That image stays with me. Every time I feel lonely or discouraged, I remember the way you looked at me that night. It was as if you were giving me permission to go and do what I must, even though your heart was heavy. You didn't say much, but you hugged me tighter than ever before. In that hug, I felt your love and your unspoken promise that you would stand by me no matter what. I want to thank you for that. Thank you for understanding me, for letting me go, and for waiting for me. Your patience and loyalty mean everything to me. I know this journey has been as hard on you as it has been on me, perhaps even harder in some ways. You have had to endure my absence, to manage everything at home, and to live with uncertainty. Yet, not once did you ask me to give up. Not once did you say, enough. Instead, you say, Be safe and do what you must. I am with you. Those words are what carry me through the darkest nights. My dear, sometimes I close my eyes and try to imagine our future. When this storm has passed, what will our life look like? I see a little house painted white and yellow, with a garden you have planted full of hibiscus flowers. I see myself coming home to you in the evening, no longer wearing a military uniform, but just a simple shirt like I used to. In this vision, I walk through the gate and I see you watering the flowers. You look up and smile, that same smile that melts my heart every time. I take you in my arms, and there is no urgency, no meeting to run to, no danger threatening us. I tell you about my day, and you tell me about yours. Maybe our children are playing under that same old mango tree, laughing and chasing each other, innocent and free. We sit on the porch and watch the sunset together, your head on my shoulder. In this dream, our country is at peace. There is music in the distance, maybe the sound of children singing because they are not afraid anymore. This is the future I fight for. I fight so that we can have this simple, beautiful life. I fight so that all our people can have a taste of this peace and happiness, not just us. I hold on to this dream when the nights are cold and lonely. But until that day comes, I promise you I will do everything in my power to stay safe and to return to you. I am not reckless with my life, because it is not just my life. It belongs to you as well, and to our family, and to our people who trust me. I owe it to all of you to take care of myself and to succeed in our mission. I know you worry about the dangers around me. There are times when things get tense and I can sense the threat in the air. However, please take comfort in knowing that I am surrounded by loyal friends and colleagues who believe in what we are doing. They watch my back as I watch theirs. We move with caution and with purpose. We have faith that we are protected not just by our careful watch, but also by the hopes and prayers of millions who want to see us succeed. I also carry a charm you gave me. Do you remember? The small leather pouch with verses from the holy book that you slipped into my pocket when I wasn't looking. I carry it with me everywhere. It reminds me that you are always with me, and it makes me feel protected by your love and by God's grace. No matter what happens, I want you to remember that our love story is my most precious treasure. Through letters like this, through the memories we built, through the dreams we share, our love lasts no matter how far apart we are. They say a person is lucky to find one true partner in life. You are that partner for me. You are my best friend and my guiding light. If ever you feel lonely or unsure, read this letter and know that I am thinking of you at that very moment. The connection between us cannot be broken by miles or by any force on earth. It is a bond built by years of trust, respect, and care. In the darkest moments before dawn, I feel that bond as strongly as if you were here holding my hand. I must end this letter now, though I wish I could write you pages and pages without stopping. The night is deep, and soon the call of duty will ring out again at first light. I will fold this letter carefully and give it to a messenger, praying that it reaches you safely and swiftly. As I seal the envelope, I seal within it all my love, my hopes, and my dreams for you, for us, and for our country. Please take care of yourself, my love. Stay strong and keep your spirit high. Whenever you feel a gentle breeze at night, imagine it is my kiss traveling across the distance to find you. When you look up at the stars, know that I am under the same sky, thinking of you and wishing you peace.